guys.
Hey, welcome back to the All Day
Every Day
Podcast. Woo woo. Hi, that was good. It was. Hi, I am one of your hosts, Imani.
I'm Kiana.
And if you're a long-time viewer, this is episode 15, you would notice something new about Kiana.
If you're listening, I just did a little
hair flip
because I dyed my hair.
Yes, and it looks so cute. And she said there was no going back, and she's been talking about it for a while, even though I wanted her to stay dark. I think it looks good. I really like it.
It was supposed to be blonde, but it actually turned out light brown, and it looks way better. I'm not meant to be blonde.
No, it looks good.
Yeah.
It's like a little lighter than your natural, I feel like.
Yeah, like no one noticed it at church today.
Yeah, I was going to ask if anyone said anything,
No.
but I guess not.
Everyone was like, oh my gosh, congratulations on being a smart person. I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, Kiana is a smarty pants. You're such a smarty pants, you little nerd. I'm the cool kid in the movies.
Oh,
like, we're that best friend duo, like, back in the day. It's like the nerd friend and, like, the biker gang friend. Anyway.
Your jacket on today.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry if you heard the wire get hit. Kiana just kicked it. Oh, yeah. We're in a different place.
We're trying to figure out where we want to
different location. Record. If you guys like the chillness of us just sitting on my bed, I mean, we can stay here.
I think it's like clean girl aesthetic. I told her that before we started recording.
I don't know what it looks like on like the phone, like what you guys are looking at. Yeah,
you know,
I can't
white,
see it.
Your stuffed animals are like tan.
They
just like
walls
nice,
gray. Yeah, if you guys can see my bears, this one is black, and I forget his name.
The bear's not black. If you're listening, it's tan. His name is Black.
Yeah, his name is Black. There's a backstory, but you don't need to know it. So yeah, any updates of the weekend other than your hair?
I ran something over the other day, and it slashed my tire. I didn't tell you.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell me what actually happened.
Giant slash in it.
Okay.
So I guess I ran something over. And
thank goodness she was right next to my house.
Yeah, I had to drive like a solid mile on it. So my rim is really messed up. My dad was really upset, but like it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm paying for it anyways. And we went to Atlantic City to look at our apartment.
Oh yeah. Oh my, y'all.
It's a beauty.
It was so nice. It made me want to start my YouTube channel again. Like vlog and stuff all the time because it's so nice. There's gonna be like so many.
It's an oceanfront view.
Well,
what it's called?
Yeah.
Ocean. Yeah.
The one we looked at was an oceanfront view.
I think they all are. Are they not?
No, because some of them look into the courtyard. It depends on where your apartment is. But we're right on the beach, so it's like a 40, like a 60% chance that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's so pretty.
It's so, yeah, it is
the
way
lighting.
nicer. Yeah. Oh, y'all not ready. Even just the school in general, because our school is like 2 different locations, and we're staying on
the smaller campus.
But they're like connected, so you can take classes at both. And there are just so many. Even our tour guide was saying how many different picture opportunities there were there because of lighting. There's windows everywhere.
He kept looking at us because
we kept agreeing with him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we also met one of our roommates. We have 2, Tara and Sarah.
That's actually funny.
Yeah, but I thought of cute nicknames. Okay, let me know if you like them. I'm My Money, because nothing else goes with Imani. You're K-Love, has to be it. Tara Baby and Sarah Bear.
Sarah Bear.
Sarah Bear? I said Sarah Bear, but I feel like I sounded southern. Come here, Sarah Bear. But we need like nicknames for each other. Welcome to the mansion. Like, do you know like the play? Okay, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're
How
talking
funny.
about.
Anyway, I don't know why we talked about that, but we met our roommate, and she is the sweetest little girl. She's not little, but
we all just vibed really well.
Yes, she's the sweetest ever. You guys will meet her. That's Tara. We met Tara.
We haven't met Sarah
specify. Yet. Super nice. You know, it was nice meeting you, girl.
Do you have any updates?
Other than seeing where we're gonna be living. No, I don't think so.
For the first time, I had updates and you didn't.
I'm seeing Batman today.
That was just spur of the moment, though. That wasn't like.
That's planned. No. We said yesterday we were gonna see it today. It just wasn't planned when, so he just kind of hit me with a whammy.
Whammy. Hey, those are my sweatpants.
Yeah, that's why they're there. I have to give them back to you.
And my charger.
Yeah,
I always forget stuff here.
So I really don't have any updates this week at all. Like, I don't even know. I really want to quit my job.
Oh yeah,
That's my update.
That's been a week long
thing. Like, it's
endeavor of searching for jobs.
Yeah. So that's my Imani is the one having a struggle week this week. I know the last episode, if you listen, we talked about how perfect I was or I am. This week, the perfectness is teetering.
We both are. Actually, this was a rough week.
No, it really was.
I don't have my car again.
Till tomorrow.
I found out that my abuela is not doing very well, so I went to see her. Imani hates her life.
Yo, if you guys
job,
hear my,
I should say.
I don't hate my life. My actual life is very good. I'm very happy in my life. It's just my job that makes me so miserable and sad. Also, if you keep hearing my stomach growl, I'm sorry. My mom's food shopping right now, so I'm gonna eat when she gets back. But honestly, other than my job, everything else is doing pretty fine. School is going well. It's pretty simple so far. I know you have to write your 10-page paper.
I'm going to start it while I'm in Puerto Rico.
I'm starting my 4-page paper when I get back from Florida.
Like, you should probably do homework.
The final paper.
Test
we also have the midterm that opens during the week of spring break for history.
Mm-hmm.
I was just reminding you.
Things going on.
Yeah, but school is going pretty chill. My personal life is going great, I guess.
Mm-hmm. There's no way to really
well, the sun's coming
transition into this episode
at all.
There wasn't an update that related to it. But we're talking about red flags today.
Yes, and our red flags we're mostly talking about partners, but these honestly can go with like friends too.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about friends.
Me neither.
It could.
So I'm just pulling it up. I'm not being rude. Okay, so we have a list that we made, and Jameer, if you're watching this, don't worry, you're not on this list. I wasn't thinking of you. Maybe I was.
Some of them are
I'm just kidding.
Personal red flags.
Yeah, some of them are personal. Some of them are like, I feel like anyone would think that. Kiana had one she wanted to put in, but that was like just more than personal. Like,
I said, one of my red flags is if they don't post you, but I think that's also just trauma speaking, because obviously you don't have to post your significant other.
Why are you smacking yourself?
Because I talk with my hands, and whenever we hold the mics, I can't use them. So I get like fidgety. But I mean, like,
I wouldn't even say the red flag for you is not posting you, because it wasn't that you weren't posted, it was that he deleted it.
I was posting us.
This is about Arthur, by the way. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't even say his name. Arthur and I had a photo shoot with this like upcoming photographer, and I posted them, and you know, it shows your tags, and he deleted
himself?
Every single, like, he deleted my tag, or his tag off of the pictures,
so it didn't pop
wouldn't
up.
pop up. And I asked him, and he was like, you didn't tag me, like, whatever. I would do it again. It was still deleted. He just had an excuse every single time. And then come to find out, after everything kind of came out and he was exposing himself, he was like, yeah, I used to delete them because I wanted girls to think that I was single every time they went on my page.
No, you guys could see
like, wow.
Arthur, like, he has no right. Oh, also an update on Arthur, not to put out his business, but I think we named her Mackenzie.
Oh my gosh, they blocked me.
They both blocked Kiana before the episode even went out.
Yeah, before the episode went out, they blocked me. And what did I name her? Sam and Sam. So now Sam and I are.
Oh yeah, Mackenzie was the friend. No, Sam was the friend.
Mackenzie was the girlfriend.
Yeah,
is
the girlfriend. I don't know. We don't. Yeah,
you cheating on her. They ain't dating.
Anyway,
or they ain't healthy, I should say. They probably are dating.
It's okay. We don't care about them that much. I just thought it was funny. So red flags in people. Do you want to start?
It's not you. It's me. Honestly, I said that last week.
We literally named our podcast episode that, but that was like different context, because it was, you were saying how you reacted to a situation or something,
like it was my fault.
Yeah. This is kind of like,
I'm not ready to be in a relationship.
Yeah. Sometimes wait, we need to give, I was gonna tell a story, but we don't have a name. Sometimes it has to be in context. Sometimes the person really isn't ready to be in a relationship. But if you're already like talking and things are going well since December, that's what I'm talking about, but I don't have a name, so I can't.
Little rock star over here.
No, he wasn't rock star.
Who's rock star?
High school.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this kid,
we'll call him, no, that's so mean. Just go ahead.
We'll name him Steven.
No! Stevie. I just think of Stevie.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna name him.
You're just making this too.
No, because I was gonna call him Chuck E. Cheese. Because
we'll call him Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know what your reason is. You're like still in the microphone.
Sorry.
So Chuck E. Cheese over here, we were on and off for, I don't know, since COVID. Like we would be friends after, and then we wouldn't talk for like 7 months. I don't know how on and off that really is. But back in December, we started talking again, and we hung out, and we were like, why? We can't be friends. Like, we want to be together. Whatever. So we were talking, and he had some personal stuff going on, and he just kept saying he wasn't ready. Yeah. So me being me, I waited, but I was also kind of trying to push it because I was like, we've known each other and gone through this so many, like, we literally know everything about each other.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
I don't want to say Kiana was pushing it. Kiana was more so saying, like, the issues that he was going through, it was kind of like, what is being with me, or me even just being like in your life in general, because it wasn't just them, he's not ready to date. It was kind of like, I just need to focus on
myself and be selfish for myself.
Yeah, but like, Kiana's like, the things that you need to work on, like, I can literally help you. It has nothing to do with me. So I wouldn't say she was pushing, because she wasn't like, date me, why don't you date me, da da da.
It was more so just like, I know that I'm ready for a relationship, and I'm not gonna force myself to wait. Yeah,
and it's been months, and these problems are just randomly occurring. So like,
it was just, I felt like I owed myself more than to wait for a guy. I mean, you do you, but like, I wasn't having it. And I basically just got to the point where I was like, you're not letting me help you, and you're just kind of pushing me away. And at this point, it feels like he was talking to other people. Because at one point, he was like, give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and I'll be ready for you. Okay, so now you need to go cut off homegirl over there so that you can be with me.
I think it's so funny you say homegirl. Like, you refer to that girl as homegirl. No, yeah, when she told me that, she was like, am I being crazy? I'm like, no, because why do you need 2 weeks? Like, what is happening in 2 weeks that can't happen now?
Yeah.
The fact that you're talking to someone else? Like, just be straight up, bro. Like, we're 20 years old. We're not going to cry in the corner.
Just say you don't want to be with me. Like, it wasn't that deep.
Yeah, like,
we still would have been friends.
Yes. And Kiana said that from the jump. It's like, just be, like, straight up.
Yeah. So then I ended up telling him.
Sorry, I'm slouching.
Well, we both said, like, all right, we just need to be friends until he's ready. And then come back to it. And if he misses his opportunity, he misses his opportunity.
But, like, he just couldn't be friends with her.
Yeah, he just kept flirting. And then I did something stupid. And
Bro.
Now we don't speak at all. And he took me off of all social media. But, like, we'll be friends again. I know we will. So it's
every
fine.
episode, Jamie fails to not call me.
At least he's not calling my phone, because then the
I know. I just said we're recording every episode.
People.
Every episode. Okay, so the next one was, she's just a friend, you're being crazy.
You can tell your story.
I have a personal story. I'm not going to disclose which relationship this was in. But there was a girl who was friends with my partner, and they were friends for a really long time, and I'm not the type to be like, you can't be friends with her, because I had guy friends that I've had since like middle school. Mind you, this is literally like sophomore year of high school, so like, who actually
it would be really weird
cares?
For your significant other not to be friends with the opposite gender.
Yeah. So it was like, whatever. But I never got good vibes from the friendship. Like, just, I didn't want to come into the relationship with like change the way that they were friends before, but I just never was a fan.
Imani's a vibey type of person.
And usually the vibes I pick up are correct. They are. And I...
What's my vibe?
It was... You're obviously my friend, so you're fine.
Yeah, but like, what vibe?
You're me, but quieter.
Yeah.
And like cleaner. I'm not dirty. I'm just messy. Anyway, so... Yeah, I just wasn't a fan, and then something ended up happening. I really don't want to go into detail about it, because I know... so they ended up happening, and my intuitions were correct, basically. So I was never called crazy for it, but I was kind of like, it was kind of like,
you're not giving any context.
I don't want to go too deep into
this is a podcast
story.
where you speak.
Okay, I just don't want to go too much into the story. Basically, this person confessed her love to my partner, and I found out by going through their phone. Don't do that. You're always gonna find something that's gonna
She was
upset
also
you.
very. This was in the beginning.
Yeah. So, and I just had too many, like, gut feelings. I had too many gut feelings about her, and I was like, all right, something's fishy. I don't know what it is, because she's never done anything directly to me. It was just vibes I was picking up, except one time. This should have been done from the jump. I just let it go. She slid up on Halloween, like, slid up and put heart eyes on a photo, and I was like, excuse me?
I would never do that. Pedro, ew.
And yeah, I was like, you're gonna handle that? He was like, obviously.
Girls know
what they're doing, and girls know when another girl wants their man.
Their man.
And I'm a very like, I would like Jamie would disagree, but I don't think I'm crazy as a girlfriend. He thinks I am just because I'm me, but I do get very overly protective. Like, my eyes start twitching, type of overly protective. So when I know,
but
and
I was
right
to control that.
Yes, I'm not. Yeah, I don't like lash out. I'm not gonna go after the girl, because in my opinion, this is a side note. When you are in a relationship, any relationship, and your significant other is like okay with another girl flirting with them or whatever the case may be, you as the girlfriend should, like, you can obviously, like, not like that girl for obvious reasons, but you need to take up the problem with your significant other, not the person who's meddling into your relationship. Because if they're single, they honestly can do whatever they want, whether you agree with it or not. But you need to figure that out within your relationship. Like, I hate it when situations happen and it's like the two girls always going at it and the two girls always fighting, and the guy who's honestly the one in the wrong, like, is just sitting there
He's
chilling.
the one that started everything.
Oh, that stuff gets me so heated.
I have a story. It's more like it's kind of a story. Pedro can defend himself when he comes on the podcast, because I'm really about to just, like, throw his business out there.
Pedro is Kiana's male BFF.
Yes.
Cool guy.
We have conversations a lot about relationships just because we have completely different perspectives, obviously.
Yes.
And he has another female best friend that's more like a sister to him rather than a best friend. And they have, like, sleepovers and stuff. And the girl...
You really just putting all his business out up on a pod.
Well, I didn't say who the girl was. The girl has a boyfriend now. And he was like, well, yeah, she could still sleep over, and... Even if I had a girlfriend, when he had a girlfriend, she was still sleeping over and, like, hanging out and stuff. And I told him that is such a red flag for me personally,
and me, and a lot of people. But I'm not in the situation.
That wouldn't fly with me. You're not. If I'm in a relationship, ain't nobody touching your room. Ain't no, like.
Yeah,
no.
like, I don't even, like, know. Like,
I don't know anyone else that's like that.
I'm, like, flabbergasted.
Apparently that's, like, a
like, I don't even want a girl being in, like, Jamie would not have a girl in his
house
unless it's, like, his brother's girlfriend or his brother's wife. Like,
yeah,
he's not just gonna have. Well, yeah, he's not gonna have, like.
So, like, some people genuinely.
And I also wouldn't.
And, like, her boyfriend's okay with it because he knows their relationship, and I get it, but I just wouldn't allow it. So some people genuinely don't see red flags the same way that other people see them. Yes.
And that's a disclosure. And if you fit the mold of what we're saying, it's not our fault. We're not talking about you, but if the shoe fits, wear it. Okay. You can pick from this list. What do you want to talk
about? Expecting 70-30 all the time.
So I'm guessing you mean, like, effort-wise in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think... I forget where I heard this. It might have been church. But in relationships, there are days where you need to put 80-20. Like, if your significant other is having a hard day, you need to put in that effort extra to show that, like, you can help them through this.
Yes, but it shouldn't be like that all the time.
No, you shouldn't be carrying the relationship on your shoulders. It should be an equal, you know.
Like 100% and 100% from each person. Actually, I saw
I was
a
thinking
TikTok.
Like 50-50, but yeah, that works too.
Well, like, I want to put myself fully into a relationship. And you put yourself fully. But I saw this TikTok, and it was like, my mom always told me, never put 100% of yourself in a relationship because you're going to end up losing yourself. She was like, always keep a percentage of that 100% for yourself.
Well, I think that's why the 50-50 works.
Yeah.
Because even Pastor Dennis was saying today about how you need to be okay within yourself before you could be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because they can't fulfill you.
Yeah, personally, like, I talked about this before. I used to be very dependent on Jameer. My whole life used to literally just be like Jameer. And now it's Imani first, you know?
Yeah.
It's growth as well. It's like we said before, we started dating at 14 and 16 and we're 20 and he's turning 22. So it's like very different people.
Yeah. But also, if you're just starting to talk and they're not putting in full effort.
That's it right there.
But it's also because they don't know you yet. If you're talking for, let's say, a couple weeks, you're getting into the months now, and they're still not putting that effort in, then girl, bye. Say goodbye. You don't have to ghost, but just tell them this ain't how it works.
I don't feel the effort, and if you can't even give me the effort before we're dating, I don't even want to, you know? All right. This is a personal one. I put if they find me annoying. So this is, like, specific to my level of volume that I speak, because I am a naturally very loud person. My normal tone of talking is this. Like, yes, I can be quiet when I need to be quiet, and yes, I can be loud when I need to be loud, but I'm just a naturally loud person, and a lot of people in my life, I hear it one today, is like, why are you so loud? And it is what it is. That's just how I speak. Like, I really can't. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just talking regularly. And it is a red flag for me if, like, you can't handle it. Like, if you're just like, why are you so loud? Like, why are you so obnoxious? Why? And I'm like, why can't you, like, be a strong man and just deal with another woman? Like, what? I'm just a strong person, and I also am very set in my ways. But since I am such a, like, in-your-face person, naturally, me just being so loud, it's just I feel like it's intimidating to people. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. I don't really have that issue.
But because I don't even want to say it's, like, an issue. It's just, I don't have
that issue of people being like, you're too loud, you need to relax.
Yeah. Like, don't tell me to, like, don't say that to me.
People definitely have.
My Jameer has, but not like that. He'd be like, babe,
it's not the time right now.
You are so loud. Why are you talking so loud? And I'm like, because I am. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Do you want me to talk like this? Like, do you want me to whisper? So sometimes when I'm talking and he's like, you are so loud, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
We were in class the other day.
Okay, this was
funny. And we were Imani and I have conversations on the side constantly. So we have mastered reading each other's lips and stuff. And
we weren't reading each other's lips because we had masks on, but we could understand.
And the professor, like, this was the first day of class, second day?
No, yeah, it was like the first week or second week of school.
And he was like, wow, I can't even try to hear what you guys are saying.
He was like, that's the quietest whisper I've ever heard. Like, I kid you not, we're literally like, and Shaquille's like, and it's like, I know what she's saying, and like, I can hear her and understand. Our professor's like, how are you even having a conversation?
Masks on.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It works.
Yeah. So if anything, people tell me I mumble.
I feel like you don't mumble. I feel like you talk pretty clearly.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But that's a red flag for me. I don't know if I explained it clearly, but basically just, like, don't be rude to me about who I naturally am. Like, if I'm loud, and you're going to know the first time you meet me.
Yeah, like, if they're commenting... if they're commenting on things that you cannot help about yourself, so if someone...
That's, like, a red flag about me. Like, I'm loud. Okay, whatever. Like,
yeah.
If you don't want to deal with it, you don't have to, like, deal with it. But don't be rude. Or, like, Kiana, to me, sometimes Kiana is very quiet. I'm like, Kiana, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And, like... There's ways of being like, Kiana, like, speak up, girl. And then being like, you're so quiet. Like, what the heck? Talk louder. You're so annoying.
Even when it comes to physical appearance, if you meet someone and they are automatically like, wow, like, you have, like, a really big chest, or your nose is kind of weird.
I see your mustache.
Like, even if they are joking, I mean, hey, maybe you're like that and you like that, but for me, that's personally just a red flag. Like, don't call things out about me until you know me, because that could be one of my biggest insecurities.
Yeah, that you just
don't know.
Yeah. So
just don't judge. If they're judging you off the bat, that's a big red flag, girl. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't like people who are like they call this, like, also overly kind of outspoken. a friend red flag, kind of like pointing things out about you to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, they want to be superior.
Like, oh, like, that's what you wore today? Like, cute, I
Yeah.
guess. Like, no. I really don't like that. Or, like Kiana just got, they just announced at church that she got an award, or she was just recognized for her good doing in school.
I'm on, like, the dean's list or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Me, I'm just passing school to pass school, you know? But I'm never going to be, like, putting Kiana down to make myself feel better, because that's so strange to me, and I don't like people who do that. And to me, it's like a friendship.
And
red
sometimes
flag.
you don't catch it right away. Sometimes it's so subtle.
Yeah, but you gotta
You
watch.
gotta keep your eyes out.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I had an itch on my nose.
We could talk about this one, but do you want to explain what it is first?
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not good with explaining gaslighting, because sometimes it confuses me.
Okay,
Because I'm like, what?
gaslighting is a big red flag. I don't know the exact definition for
Isn't
it.
that when you like? So say you
It's-
you did something, but you want to make me seem crazy for being upset about it.
Kind of. You could look up the definition just so we could explain it that way.
Yeah, I'm not good with this stuff because I don't have to
But-
deal with it. Thank God.
I just think gaslighting, because, I mean, you hear about it all the time. People are just so manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
And even with, like, the news and stuff, you hear a lot about
So
gaslighting now.
making someone question their own reality. So basically, like me getting upset at something you did, but you making me feel crazy for getting upset about it.
Yeah. So, like, Marcus used to gaslight me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
He showed his shop.
Arthur used to gaslight me
Oh
all
my
the
gosh!
time.
I'm giving it in.
Honestly, he's blocked me anyway, so he's never going to see this podcast again.
Wait, that is so. Should I keep it in?
I don't care.
All right, this is only exclusive if you actually listen to this episode, but we're not going to refer to him by his real name ever again.
No. It was more so just like,
I can't believe we're keeping it in.
I cannot believe you will sit here and message this girl in front of me. And he would just be like, basically making me feel like I'm seeing things. My reality's warped.
You just explained that about the tagging of the photos. You would tag him, he would
Yeah.
delete it, then he would tell you, no, you never tagged me.
Yeah. That's a good example.
Yeah.
There you go. And
That's
that's
big red
also
flag.
something that you might not see right away.
You'll definitely notice it when you get into a fight.
You're going to question it at first, though. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
you're
wrong
not.
half
Stand
the
your
time.
ground, shawty.
Or guy.
Or shooty. Yeah, gaslighting, I'm not a fan. Even in friendships that happen too. That happens
Yeah.
too, so. Okay, do you want me to talk about the mom one, or do you want me to talk about the waitress one?
I don't care.
I'll talk about the mom one just because my boyfriend is like amazing with his mom and his grandma.
Okay.
So, not being good with their mom is a red flag. I feel like
For guys.
for guys.
I mean, for girls, I guess you could see it that way.
how they treat their parents.
But
I don't know. I just feel
there's
like
like a specific reason for guys with their moms.
their mom. Yeah, like if you're treating your mom bad, I feel like you're gonna treat your significant other bad.
Mhm.
Like personally, my boyfriend treats his mother amazingly and his grandmother amazingly. He has great relationships with them, so it's like a very attractive trait. But like, have you dealt with anyone who doesn't treat their mom well?
Yes. So
I was had to ask. Dramatic effect.
I dated this guy for like 2 months.
Is this tall boy?
It was really,
Okay.
irrelevant. He's a great guy. He
He's
just
very
has
nice.
some things that he has to deal with personally. I don't speak to him anymore, but I mean, hopefully he's doing really well.
Yeah, he's cool.
But he would lash out very fast. And I noticed it when we would have disagreements. And I was like, okay, like, oh my gosh, this is just too much for me. But then I started noticing he would lash out at his mom too. Like, and I would be right there when they would argue. Like, it was just back and forth.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if I rose my voice at my mama like this, oh my gosh, I would get whooped. You know, the Hispanic households. But I was just like, why do you speak to your mother like that? Like, she gave you this house, food on the table, she put you in school, just like
Everything.
so blatantly, like,
And knowing the stuff that went on, the stuff that his mom dealt with, like,
and stuck by his side through, and he still treated her like that. I was like, this is why you're not treating me right, because you can't even treat her right.
yeah,
Like, it honestly matters. If you don't think it does,
because you
go meet someone that's a mama's boy.
The traits will what's the word I'm looking for? Like the traits you see with him treating his mom will like come back into your relationship. There's a word I'm looking for. Like, bleed back into your relationship.
That's just not the word. Definitely not the word.
Why? I was thinking
like
when colors bleed into things. I was just saying, if he treats his mom well, you're going to see that in your relationship.
It's going to be a quality of that he has as a person. So he's going to treat every female he sees. Even, like, I mean, if they don't have their mother, if they're treating their female best friends like that, or their sisters, or any female in their life, if they are treating them well, you know that you will also be treated well. So.
And also, this can go into the next one. Jesus, I stuttered. How they are with, like, other people in the world, like waitresses and stuff like that. I feel like a red flag is someone who is not nice to waitresses and is just, like, rude or nasty. And not even just waitresses, just, like, workers in general. I understand having your moments if, like, something annoying happens, like, whatever. That's happened to me before. But overall, I don't think it's cool when people are rude to waitresses.
If you're on your first date and homeboy is complaining about the waiter or whatever and is saying he's not going to tip them and is making snarky comments to them and making it difficult for them to serve you
and uncomfortable for them,
that is a red flag, because you don't know what I try to think about everything that person might be going through. They are a server. Serving is very hard. They are a cashier dealing with
people in general all day. And then, like, I would just hate to be a person who's rude. Like, what if they just break down and start crying in front of you because you're mean to them? Do? Like, yeah. Also, going back with dinner, if they can't be without their phone, like, especially if you're out on a date and they just can't put their phone away.
No, that's not what I meant by that.
Oh, what did you mean?
I thought you were gonna go into them not paying. That's my red flag.
Oh, that's one of the cameras red flags. Yeah.
If they don't pay for me, like,
at this age, it's but it's also at the age we're at. Like, when Jamie and I first started dating, before he was even able to get a job, I'm not gonna expect you to. I mean, he did, because I was 14. Yeah. But, like, say there's, like, 2 sophomores in high school who don't have a job. That's different. As, like, being grown and adults, like, at least for the first couple, you should be paying the man.
If we
and that's old school. You don't gotta agree with me if you don't want to.
Yeah, if we dating and you want to, like, split stuff, like, I don't care. But if you're trying to impress me, like, I'm not paying for our meals. It's not happening.
In my relationship now, currently, I feel like I pay, like, once a month for, like, food or something. Like, I don't.
They go out a lot.
But I also have. Yeah, that is very little compared to what he does. But I just also have a boyfriend who has very, like, old school views with certain things. Yeah. So that's a good one. You could talk about the phone one.
The phone one, I meant. I feel like everything goes back to my Arthur trauma.
It's fine.
If they feel the need to turn when they are on their phone, that is an issue.
Oh, you definitely said they can't be without their phone. That's why I thought that's what you meant.
I'm sitting next to you and you need your phone in your lap, in your pocket.
Face down on the table.
If you're going to the bathroom or grabbing something from the kitchen and you need to pick up your phone and bring it with you because you can't leave it next to me, that is a red flag, because I started picking up on it with Arthur because
it's saying in this episode, I don't even care, because, like,
he would just face his phone more towards him, and just very little things that I would notice, because every time I did manage to look, I was always upset because it was always a different girl that he was texting. Oh, it's my cousin. Oh, it's my brother's best friend. It's this, it's that. No.
And then it makes you feel crazy, but then once you find out everything, you realize, okay, that's why you didn't want me seeing your phone.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want your phone facing me.
But if you guys are just, like, talking and not dating and they're doing that, I mean, like,
they're free to do whatever they want, honestly.
They can still talk to other people, so, like, don't.
I was saying can't be without their phone because I think it's a personal red flag. Oh my gosh, I have to burp.
Oh, if you're hanging out and they have to be, like,
or, like, we're out to dinner or just something and they're constantly just looking at their phone. I understand, like, being on your phone a little bit. It's just the time that we live in. But, like, we're out to eat and more than half of the time of us together is spent you being on your phone.
It makes me insecure. Like, am I boring?
I'm just like, sorry. What is so important that you can't pay attention to me?
You can take me home.
Look at what's across the table. You know? Like, it's more entertaining. You know? So, yeah.
Plus, then I'm like, okay, who are they? Are they texting their boys, like, talking about me now? Is he texting a girl that he's seeing after this? Like,
Sometimes I
That
have
might be trauma.
Sometimes I have to, yeah.
I don't know
Because
if that's
sometimes I have to remind Jameer, like, can you get off your phone? Like, we're out to eat. I'm like, sorry.
That's
like,
also just this generation because
Yeah.
I'm on my
And
phone a
Jameer
lot.
literally is just, he's just funny. This is so, he's like looking at like sports highlights, like memes. Like he's not looking at anything. Sometimes makeup videos because they pop up and he'll show me. He'll be like, look. But yeah, so that's a red flag. Just like phones in general, because phones are like such a poison. I feel like sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
do that one.
The narcissistic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So
I think this is
said
our last one.
narcissistic tendencies. This is our last red flag.
Okay.
This one's a little extreme.
Go ahead, girl.
I'm in
Speak
psych,
your piece.
and I like to diagnose people
All the
but
time.
They literally told us from the jump not to do that. So I'm not a doctor. Disclaimer. Nothing I say has any value to it.
Her point is narcissistic tendencies. So it does not mean you're a narcissist. It just means you might be.
So I'm not. You need to love yourself. You know,
Mhm.
get that self-loving, get that confidence. But there's like a border. There's a line. And in high school, I talked to someone who had I don't know if I've ever talked about him on here, but he said that he was a narcissist. He claimed himself as that, and I didn't know what it meant. I was just like, oh, like, you love yourself? Like, okay, like, cool. But then it started showing because he felt like everything needed to be done his way. I was his little pet. Like, nothing I did mattered unless it was for him, catering to him. And narcissists think the world revolves around them.
Yeah.
And if you...
I personally never dealt with one, but like I've had friends who've dealt with like really bad.
If you are newly meeting this person and all they're talking about is themselves and this is what makes them great and helps them and nothing you do matters unless it's catering towards them personally, that is a big red flag because there might be underlying issues there. You've never had like...
No.
Okay.
That's just something I've dealt with like people, but
I'll
I've
just
personally
say
never dealt with a narcissistic
There's
person.
some people that are overly...
I've seen it.
I'll say cocky. How about that instead of narcissistic? If sure, if you like that about someone, like, go ahead. But for me personally, if I'm just meeting you, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. So I met this guy, and he's really sweet, like so down to earth, like whatever. But every conversation we had, he was involved. Oh yeah, like, I do this and I do that. And
Do I know who you're talking about?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking
Do
about.
they have like a story that was just to be posted of selfies of them?
No. I have all this
Different
money
person?
and I'm some big D1 athlete and I love the Lord and just very self-absorbed. And
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who you're talking about.
that's fine.
Can you tell me after?
And like
Do I know?
nothing really came up. Like,
Do I know that?
yes.
Okay.
Nothing really came up. Like we're just kind of friends, like acquaintances, like we know each other. But it was just my first impression of them, so it was just kind of like.
Did they go to a really smart school?
Imani, we will talk
Sorry.
about it later.
I'm just trying to put the pieces together as you're explaining.
So
Sorry.
I just think
I'll shut up.
when you first meet someone, it should be a back and forth. I do this. Like, what do you do? I like this. What do you
Not
like?
every conversation is like about yourself.
Yeah. So.
That'd be annoying. I could not even talk about myself for that long, I feel like.
I
just like knowing about other people.
don't have much substance to me.
Yes, you do, girl. You don't got much substance to you, girl.
I'm an open book. Like,
My mom is here with the groceries.
okay, well, that was basically the end of the conversation anyways. That was a brief intermission to put the groceries away.
Yes, had to help my mom because I'm an amazing daughter. So that was our episode, guys.
Yeah. Lots of red flags in this world.
Lots of them. And make sure you're looking at the flag correctly. Like I said in our other episode, if you look at the flag face on, you're not going to see the color. Look at it from the side.
Once I figure out green flags, I'll let you know.
That's funny. Okay, so we hope you guys enjoyed this episode about all the red flags that we could think of, because I'm sure there's way more. Follow Kiana and I on Instagram at I almost said at all day every day pod. That's the next part of the statement. Follow Kiana and I on Instagram at Kiana Alfonso and at _ Imani Marie _ and follow the podcast on Instagram and on TikTok at All Day Everyday Pod. That's it, right? Did I miss anything?
Good spiel.
Yep. We hope you enjoyed this episode. And also, we are so sorry that last week's YouTube video came out late. But you can still listen to it. I don't know if you guys remember that. Like, it's a podcast also. So, like, if you want to listen to an Apple Podcast or Spotify, you really can. You don't always have to watch.
And
but
you should.
But we appreciate all the viewers because you're still supporting us. So, we can't be mad about it.
Go like and subscribe.
Yes, go like and subscribe. Go catch up on the last episodes. We had one really good episode. It was called He Cheated on Me for 2 Years. That was a good one. Go watch that. That was a little crazy.
Yeah, whatever.
So thank you all for watching or listening on this week's episode of the All Day
Everyday
Podcast. Woo woo. Love you, bye. Why do we literally, that was good, but why do we always go love you, bye? Goodbye, y'all. Love you, bye.